Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. Now I'm not one for doing much in the way of stitch tutorials. I've made my own stitches up in the past and showed them to you and done the basic stitches, but this one really caught my eye and I wanted to show it to you. I'm going to be making a project with this stitch. I've decided that exactly what it is I want to make with it, and I will do that very soon. But it is a little fiddly, but it only really works in the round, like, you know, a round project. But it's perfect for things like bags and baskets and that sort of thing, because it makes quite a stiff and sturdy piece of work. So if you do the same stitch in rows, then it looks like this. So it's not horrible, it just isn't quite the same. You can see there's this row here, but obviously the reverse of it is this one. So it's not horrible, and you know, it can be quite effective, but it's not exactly the same. Also, it doesn't make it quite as stiff. Now, this yarn that I've used is meant to be an Aran weight yarn. It's meant to be a 4 weight, but it is quite thick. So I think it's more of a chunky, to be honest with you. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It is quite fiddly, as I said. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up. So this is no real stitch multiple. It is basically a stitch multiple of 1. So there's nothing complicated about that. And I just made, I think this one was just a chain of 30 joined. And then I started just to see what it would look like. So take no notice of my seam, because I wasn't really concentrating on whether that looked good or not. I was just you know, doing the stitch to see what it would look like. So I was doing a chain stitch here. This is just making it with chain, and then this was with the stack. So I think, to be honest, it looks a little better with a chain, and there is a reason for that. Most things look better if you make the stack stitch, but this one doesn't so much. Now, for this stitch, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but you yarn over and you go into your next stitch and you pull up your loop as if you're doing a UK treble or a US double crochet, and then very carefully you bring your hook back on itself. Now, if you don't do that quite right, you will drop all your stitches, and then you yarn over and pull through 2. I'll show you again. You yarn over, go into the next stitch and pull up your loop. It helps to pull up a little, but you need to bring that behind. You catch that yarn as you come, and that's, if you don't catch the yarn, then obviously they all fall off. And you will see that happen, probably, because it does happen from time to time if you're not in the right spot. So it is a bit fiddly, because you have to take your hook behind, make sure you catch that bar at the back there of the stitch, of the loop, should I say. You can just see through there, you will see that loop as you come round, and that's it. It is as simple as that. Well, I say as simple as that. It is fiddly. I do agree that it is fiddly, but so effective. I think it's quite unusual. If you look at the stitch, it's really quite different. I like it a lot, actually. It would never replace the UK treble or US double in a lot of work, because it does make a sturdier stitch, and it would be great for you guys across the pond who make scrubbies. It's got that kind of texture. My genie's not pulling. I've actually taken this on and off my genie so many times, this ball of yarn, that it's a bit what's the word, undressed, so messy. So you just go round the back, pull up your loop. I will do a few more with you. It's quite fiddly. You just bring that round. It helps to have your hook aiming downwards as you go round, and you will catch that yarn that's there at the back. So you're aiming to catch this one as you go around there. I'll see if I can zoom in and show you more closely. Try not to go off camera as I do it. It is very zoomed now. So we're going to pull up our loop exactly as we would, and we're going to, if you just go like, I can't drop it. I was dropping them last night. There you go. If you don't go round, you will drop them. So you need to go round and under and catch that loop at the back. Around. That's why it helps to pull it up as you go, so that you've got a nice amount of yarn kind of sticking up to catch it. I really like this. I don't know if it has a name. I think it doesn't. I don't think it's been around that long. I can't even remember where I saw it. It's one of those things that you see and you store it in your head and you think, I'll do something with that one day. So last night I was sitting there thinking of making this project that I want to do and what stitch would look good. And I just decided this one. It's so automatic to yarn over, but of course you don't yarn over. You don't yarn over at all, but you just want to at that point yarn over. But just practice. It's actually pretty good. So that's the working in the round. I like that a lot. I didn't realise I was so zoomed in. Sorry if it loomed up on you. But yeah, that's what it looks like working in the round. But if you're working in a straight, it's not good for the edge, I don't think. I did start off with a chain and then I started doing the stack. So it really, then none of them are, I just need to switch my yarn over, bear with me a second. Okay, none of them are the cleanest of edges. I also did this. I thought, wonder what it would look like if I did a standing start. So chain one, then this one becomes super fiddly because you're going to go in that very first stitch, pull up, and then you've got to come back round, and this then is your first stitch. It's, I think, a little cleaner, but I don't really like very much the way this, my genie wasn't attached. I don't like very much the way this yarn is, this stitch works in a straight. It's not horrible, but, and good for scrubbies and things like that. As I said, it's very textured. So yeah, it has a purpose. I mean, it's not horrible to look at. And I think maybe just playing with different yarns, different textures might be cool, but I prefer it. I prefer it in the round where you're just going in the one direction and not swapping over direction. It does make a completely different effect. But yeah, don't think it's got a name. So just something to, see, it's so easy just to yarn over. It's what we're used to doing. I don't feel like the edges are clean on the straight. And yeah, not the nicest. Let's look. So it's not horrible. Just and it does have kind of a pattern. You can see it merging. Maybe I'm maligning it, and it does have a place. So anyway, that's the stitch. Heaven above knows what it's called. Maybe we should think of a name. But watch out. I will be doing a project with this very soon. But I will give, on that project, I will give an alternative. You don't have to do this stitch, but I really like it. I like the kind of, I would say, no other word, but squiggly vibe of it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now.